So when it comes just to protecting young girls in sport and women in sport, I feel very strongly about that. I think that's why you have Title IX. That's why you have some of the greats in women's sports. If Title IX and women's sports weren't protected, then you wouldn't hear about any type of women in sport. And so I think in the future, it's just really...
You buddy, grab a seat and get ready, because the WNBA is once again at the center of a controversy that's dominating basketball conversations everywhere. Social media is buzzing, fans are debating every new report, and the latest headlines have everyone asking what really happened behind the scenes. If you thought this season's biggest stories were limited to what happened on the court, think again. Today's discussion centers on claims, reactions, and public responses that have sparked intense debate across the sports world. Reports circulating online have fueled speculation about a tense exchange involving Brittney Griner and Caitlin Clark. Though many of the details remain unverified, as the rumors spread, fans and commentators quickly weighed in, with opinions divided over what may or may not have occurred. The conversation intensified even further when Sophie Cunningham became part of the broader public's generated nationwide discussion. Cunningham's recent remarks on women's sports, fairness, and player protection have made her one of the league's most talked about figures. During a media session, she reaffirmed that she stands by her earlier statements, telling reporters, "I said what I said." Those comments reignited debate across the basketball community, with supporters praising her for speaking openly, while critics strongly disagreed with her position. Rather than relying on headlines or social media reactions alone, let's hear directly from Sophie Cunningham herself and listen to exactly what she...
Who shouldn't have to go against biological men. That's what she talked about. She was asked to expand on the quote when meeting with the media on Wednesday, and she made it clear that's how she feels. Quote, "I said what I said," Cunningham told reporters. But rather than me just saying that, let's hear from Sophie Cunningham herself. Listen to what she had to say.
Talk about wanting to protect young girls who shouldn't have to go against biological men. Just can you expand your viewpoint on that?
I mean, I think I said what I said. I think it's kind of common sense. And I think I'll always believe in that. I think it's really important to protect children. And that's little girls who are also involved in that category. And so I stand on what I said, and I always believe that.
I stand with Sophie Cunningham. I stand with
a single second of this video, buddy, because we're breaking down every major development, the reactions from around the league, and the growing debate that has fans talking across the basketball world. If you're enjoying this coverage, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and let's jump right into today's story. To understand why this conversation has become one of the biggest topics in the WNBA, we have to go back to the beginning. Ever since Caitlin Clark entered the league, she has drawn an extraordinary level of attention. Television ratings have climbed, arenas have welcomed record crowds, and national media coverage has increasingly focused on the Indiana Fever and Clark's impact on the sport. At the same time, that rapid rise in popularity has fueled intense debate among fans, analysts, and former players about the league's changing landscape. Supporters see Clark as a transformational star, helping grow women's basketball, while others argue the spotlight should recognize the achievements of more veteran players as well. Those differing perspectives have created one of the most closely watched storylines of the season, setting the stage for every new controversy that followed.
Yeah, you know, I think it has been so fun. I played with BG for 6 years, and so I know her like the back of my hand, and as of late, she's been playing really good. She's been playing like OG Brittney, and so we have our hands full down in the paint. I really think actually Connecticut is playing really good as a whole. I think everyone's playing their role really well from top to bottom. You know, they don't go out there and do anything outside of what they do, and that makes it difficult. And so, yeah, you could look at standings and where they're at in the league, but when you do that in this league, you're going to get beat by 50. And so we have one more game before break, and we cannot take this game lightly at all. And so we have to come out with following our scout, following our game plan offensively, making them play us into what we do. But, you know, BG's a load for anybody.
Well, that's my help, Sophie. How do you, I guess, navigate a climate where whatever you say, people are going to say, well, this means you're automatically in this box or that box or this label or that label, politically, morally, whatever?
I really don't care. I know that sounds bad, and I'm not trying to come off like that. But I do think, you know, everyone always is coming at it as a negative. Well, me coming out with that, there's so many people who are coming out with the positive saying, finally someone has said something. And I don't really look at either side of those, because I know whatever I say, I'm going to get hate and I'm going to get love. And if I'm going to live by the love, I'm going to die by the hate.
Claims that have circulated widely online. Speculation intensified following a physical matchup between the Indiana Fever and the Phoenix Mercury. Various social media posts and unverified reports alleged that tensions continued after the final buzzer as players made their way toward the locker rooms. While no official evidence has confirmed the details, rumors quickly spread across basketball circles, which may have taken place involving Brittney Griner and Caitlin Clark. They described a heated verbal confrontation, but the specifics remain unverified, and neither the league nor the teams have confirmed. Even so, the online discussion gained momentum, fueling another wave of debate about the physical nature of the WNBA and the growing spotlight surrounding Clark. As the speculation continued, many fans also brought Sophie Cunningham into the conversation because of her reputation for standing up for teammates. Across social media, supporters portrayed Cunningham as someone who would never hesitate to defend Clark if tensions ever boiled over. But there is no verified evidence that she confronted Griner or that the rumored hallway altercation took place, as described. Even without confirmed facts, the story spread rapidly online, showing just how